There is certainly no place like home. Whether it's in a big ranch in the countryside or a small, comfy space in the center of the city, a home is a place where we always want to go back to. This is where we rest at the end of a day full of work, and a space to find comfort after long travels around the world. For some people, the idea of home is beyond just having a place to rest and eat. For them, home can be anything from a twin-towered building in the center of infinite gardens to a living room with 360-degree views of the closest ocean. Today, we'll be looking at 10 of the most incredible and expensive homes on Earth. Keep in mind that our picks are not only expensive, but they are very unique in their own ways. They feature spaces that you never thought could exist inside someone's home. Make sure you watch them all. Perhaps you'll get ideas for your own dream home. Number 1 will definitely change the way you think of home so far, though. Number 10. CHATEAU ARTISAN. Who doesn't want to live surrounded by water? Back in the day, people would dig ditches around their homes and fill them with water to protect them from invaders. Today, surrounding your home with water is more of a luxury rather than a protection technique. That is the case of CHATEAU ARTISAN, a French-style house surrounded by water that looks like something out of a fairy tale. On one end of the property, you can find the staircase entrance right after you walk through the courtyard, which will definitely make you feel like you've traveled back to medieval times, or to the set of Legend of Zelda, or Skyrim. Either or. On the opposite end, there is an amazing square pool with a fountain in the middle. At this property you can also find a terraced jacuzzi, a koi pond, and of course, swans that get to enjoy the benefit of having this man-made lake. The 3-story house, which is at the center of the property, has 8 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. The building is not as big as other buildings on our list, but the outdoor space definitely makes up for it. Number 9. Celine Dion's WATERPARK Mansion. You've heard her music, you might have seen her perform, you might have bought all of her CDs, but did you ever get to see what Celine Dion's house looks like? Down in Jupiter Island, Florida, one of the most expensive places in the USA, Celine Dion built a mansion, a space to go back to after all those weeks of touring around the world. With Bahamian vibes at the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, this mansion has 13 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms, surrounded by wide open spaces and amazing views. What makes her place so unique is the water-sized pool that sits at the front of her palace looking home. It even has a water slide. Back in 2017, Celine finally put her home in the market with a $72 million price tag, but she ended up selling it for only $27 million. I suppose the real question is, do you think it's worth that much? Number 8. The San Francisco Eco-Friendly Mansion. Now that people are constantly looking for ways to make a positive impact on their environment, it makes sense that a house on our list is not only expensive, but also eco-friendly. We're talking about this $40 million house in San Francisco's Billionaire Row. About 40% of its energy comes from the sun, and it has a rainwater collection system that can hold more than 5,000 gallons of water. Can you just imagine that? This house pretty much works in harmony with nature. With 7 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms, this house had to go through a long process to get where it is. The end result is rewarding after all that time, however. This house is fully automated. Lights, music, temperature, doors, everything can be controlled from a personal device such as a smartphone or a computer. Even the light bulbs will adjust automatically if you were to move the artwork or furniture underneath them. Whether it's day or night, the non-reflective glass windows offer incredible views of San Francisco and its most popular landmarks such as the Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz. What better way to spend $40 million than using it towards a house as green as this one? Number 7. 924 Bel Air Mansion. If you grew up in the 90s, you might remember Bel Air from the show that made Will Smith famous. You're too young for that? Well, here's what you need to know. Bel Air is where rich people live. It's one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Los Angeles. And today, one of the properties on this neighborhood made it to our list. We're talking about the mansion on 924 Bel Air, nicknamed Billionaire. This place stands out among others because of all the entertainment you can find in it. A 4-lane bowling lounge, a 4K movie theater for 40 people, a large infinity pool with an outdoor pop-up theater, an auto gallery, and around 100 curated art installations. The amenities are simply insane. It's like somebody came in and brought LA to their house. The house is fully stocked with 2 champagne and wine cellars and a massive candy wall. Through its windows, you can get a glimpse of the LA skyline. Wouldn't you like to live here? Well, when the house hit the market, it was listed at a US $250 million, which at the time made it the most expensive home in America. However, after multiple price cuts, the property was finally sold at only $94 million in October of 2019. Number 6. Villa Les Cedres. Next on our list is a mansion down on the coast of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat in the south of France. We've actually talked about this home before on a previous list, why not check that out as well? This place is the perfect combination of luxury and history. The mansion has existed since 1830. And since 1850, when it was first bought, Villa Les Cedres has been home to many residents, including King Leopold II from Belgium. Before becoming a proper residence, the property was an olive tree farm, which explains the many 300-year-old olive trees. How many olive trees again? Well, they surround the entire house. There are lots of palm trees and cedar trees as well. After all, cedres is the word for cedar in French, and I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that. Either way, it's expected to find that kind of tree around. The interior of the house preserves a lot of the history from its previous occupants. There's a massive library with a book dating back to the 1600s, which is worth several thousand euros. The house was put on the market back in 2017, and a mystery buyer finally agreed to pay 200 million euros in August of 2019. Number 5. Eden Towers Sky Penthouse. Now, we know a penthouse is pretty much the expensive version of an apartment, but can a penthouse be expensive and interesting enough to make it to this list? Absolutely! I mean, at $357 million, Monaco's Eden Towers Sky Penthouse promises to be the most expensive penthouse ever. With majestic views of the Mediterranean Sea and endless views of Monaco, this place will make you forget you are inside a 5-story penthouse in one of the largest buildings on the Mediterranean coast. Need to release some stress? Just walk out or slide down to this house's circular infinity pool that's connected to the main building through a water slide. If you thought homes inside a vertical building would make things more compact and simple, you might want to think again. Number 4. Antilia in Mumbai, the most expensive in the world. This is Antilia, and it's considered the most expensive house in the world. It took $1 billion to build it, but some people say its current value is closer to $2 billion. What can be so special about this odd-looking building? Well, down in the southern part of Mumbai, Antilia is the home to Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in Asia and one of the richest men in all over the world. This building is only 27 stories high, but don't let those numbers fool you. The ceilings on some floors are so double the regular height, which makes Antilia as high as a 60-story building. At this home you can find helipads, a parking space for up to 168 cars, a theater that can comfortably host 50 people, terrace gardens, a spa, and even a temple. Now you get why this building is so expensive. Number 3. Bill Gates' house. This list wouldn't be complete without Bill Gates on it. You can only expect someone as wealthy as him to be the owner of the most extravagant homes on Earth. This house has more bathrooms than bedrooms. It also took 7 years, $63 million in the hands of 300 construction workers to complete this home. Bill named his house Xanadu 2.0 based on the movie Citizen Kane. Xanadu 2.0 interacts with its surroundings to regulate its temperature efficiently. While most people prefer to display works of art on their walls, the walls of this place are filled with computer screens displaying different paintings and photography. These screens can display your favorite artwork with just a touch of a button. Xanadu 2.0 also has a pool with its own music system, a trampoline room, an Art Deco-style movie theater, and a reception hall where Bill can host a dinner party for around 200 guests. The food can come from one of the 6 kitchens spread throughout different corners of the house, making it ready to host events at any given moment. And I'd actually like to get an invite from Bill to check this out. I hear he gives out Xboxes as party favors. Now it's time for the day's best pick. I really like this kind of pool with glass walls. These pools are very modern and inviting. When I came across this image, I started to wonder what it would be like to live in a place where I can swim surrounded by the sounds of nature. And then I found a house that really inspired me. Number 2. The Fish House in Singapore. Nothing compares with the heat in Southeast Asia, and there is no better way to enjoy it than having a house with an ocean front in the lush landscape of Singapore. Such is the case of the Fish House, a tropical bungalow that was built in 2009 with the goal of creating a living space in close relationship with nature. This was easily accomplished by putting the pool right in the middle of the jungle-like garden, and an endless ocean view. The view is in fact present at the different naturally ventilated spaces of the house. The place is compact yet full of exotic features. There's a media room at the basement level with an acrylic window that constantly reminds us of the house's connection to nature. The window allows natural light into the room as well as views out into the pool. The house has plenty of green spaces for lounging and enough photovoltaic panels to bring enough energy to power up the whole house. I hear some people have a hard time living in nature for too long, but I'm sure they would change their mind if they lived here.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. Brunei's Palace. On the northern part of the island of Borneo, there is a small nation called Brunei. This little country is home to the largest private residence in the world, the Istana Nurul Iman. This literally translates into the Palace of the Light of Faith. The construction of this massive palace was completed in 1984 at a decent cost of $1.4 billion. If you're wondering how large is the largest place in the world, looking at some numbers might give you an idea. The place has 1,788 rooms, including 257 bathrooms. It also has 5 swimming pools, 44 stairwells, and 18 elevators. You thought Bill Gates' dining hall was big? Well, it doesn't compare to the Brunei's palace. It has a capacity of up to 5,000 people. It also has a mosque that can easily fit 1,500 people, which is not surprising given the fact that Brunei is considered a predominantly Muslim nation. The property has 110 different garages where the Sultan keeps his 7,000 cars, including his Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Aston Martins, and many other vehicles that he owns. Some of them are custom made even. If that wasn't enough, there is also an air-conditioned stable for the Sultan's 200 ponies. The Sultan surely knows how to live lavishly. How much is your dream house? How much is your current house? Have any of our current picks inspired you? Let us know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all next time, everybody. Have a good day.
Top 10 most expensive houses in the world. The house is a warm and comfortable haven for people. That's why everyone works hard and earns money to find a suitable place to live for their own ability and livelihood. But in addition to wanting a decent place to live, luxury and sophistication are also what high-class people aspire to, especially the expensive villas or palaces. Here are the top 10 most expensive real estate destinations in 2019. 10. 7 Upper Phillimore Gardens. Phillimore Gardens is a luxurious and spacious house in London, United Kingdom, with 10 private rooms. In particular, the house has an underground swimming pool, gym, sauna, movie theater and more. The house is known to be owned by the daughter of the second Prime Minister of Ukraine and is valued at $128 million, decorated, designed and built using expensive art and artifacts. 9. Kensington Palace. The mansion is owned by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich, who owns investment firm Millhouse LLC and owns Chelsea Football Club. The property is worth $165 million and is a wonderful and beautiful place to stay in London, UK, where the millionaires live. 8. 7 The Pinnacle. This massive and picturesque home is located in the famous Yellowstone ski resort, the Yellowstone Club in Montana, USA. The home is known for $155 million, with a private skate room, a golf course, and a swimming pool, cozy flooring for the cold in the area, a gym, and many more. 7. Hearst Castle. The luxurious mansion in San Simeon, California has more than 27 guest rooms and was designed by William Randolph Hearst. It is also the most famous tourist spot in California, with a total of $191 million. 6. Ellison Estate. The luxury home in Woodside, California, is owned by Larry Ellison, the third richest billionaire and Oracle's co-founder. The house is known to be worth $200 million with nearly 10 hectares of land and more than 10 buildings, including a virtual lake. And you can spend up to a full day visiting this magnificent home. 5. 18-19 Kensington Palace Gardens. The luxury mansion is located in London, a wealthy millionaire, and is located just to the left of Prince William's Palace. Lakshmi Mittal, who owns the monument, is known as an Indian billionaire and owner of a large ArcelorMittal company. With 12 large bedrooms, a Turkish bath, a swimming pool in the building, as well as a large parking lot, the mansion is known to be worth $222 million. 4. Fairfield Pond. Built on more than 25 hectares, this stunning home is decorated with 29 green bedrooms, 39 bathrooms, a large dining room, a basketball court, tennis courts as well as bowling alley. The luxury home in Sagaponack, NY is worth $248.5 million. 3. Villa La Leopolda. Built on more than 20 hectares, the villa is located in Côte d'Azur, France and is worth $750 million. Parts of the luxury home are decorated with greenery, with a large swimming pool, helicopter landing and guest house. 2. Antilia. The tall, skyscraper-like house in Mumbai, India is owned by the CEO of Reliance and one of the world's wealthiest, Mukesh Ambani. The building is worth $1 billion and is 27 stories high with 3 helicopters and 6 underground parking lots. 1. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the property of the British royal family, which is not only the most famous, but also known as the world's most expensive $1.5 billion home. The Royal Palace, located in London, United Kingdom, boasts a total of 775 rooms, including 52 bedrooms, 78 bathrooms and several other locations.
I'm really in a position now where I'm really grateful.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a celebrity who's found success in more than one line of work over the years. Through hard work and dedication, The Rock went from being pretty much homeless as a teen to owning multi-million-dollar properties all across the country. Between his real estate in Florida over the years, like his Miami mansion, to the multi-million-dollar French country manor he recently purchased in Georgia, The Rock has collected quite the list of luxury homes. If you've ever wanted to know what his places look like, we'll be showing you them in this video. Dwayne Johnson, better known as The Rock, has built a pretty impressive resume. He's a famous actor, retired professional wrestler of course, and more. In 2012, Dwayne founded his own production company called $7 Production, which has went on to produce a bunch of movies. At the time of this recording, he's 47 years old, and let's not forget, family man and father of 3. We first got familiar with The Rock through the WWE, where The Rock was his stage name.
It doesn't matter!
He's considered one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time and won a ton of championships throughout his career. Since he officially retired in 2019, he focuses most of his energy on acting these days. The Rock has starred in countless successful films, including the Fast and the Furious movies and the Jumanji franchise. His films have grossed over $10.5 billion worldwide and $3.5 billion in the US alone, so it's no wonder Dwayne is one of the most successful box office actors of all time and ranked in the world's highest paid actors year after year. Not to mention, he also made the list of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world more than once, and as his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The Rock went from having no money in his pocket to holding an estimated net worth of around $220 million according to Forbes. With that kind of money, he's been able to live in more than one luxurious house, that's for sure. Hey guys, it's Kara, and today we're doing another house tour here on Famous Entertainment. We're gonna take a look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's impressive real estate, including his $9.5 million mansion in Georgia, Miami estate, and much more. If you like these videos, make sure you're subscribed and ring that bell to be notified when we post so you can always be up to date. We've also done house tours on the likes of Will Smith and Johnny Depp, and we'll have links to those at the end of this. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram because I love connecting with you guys and getting to know you. I've also been reading all your comments, and I'm going to be responding to some at the end of this. I need you to let me know who to do next in the comments down below and whose home you'd like to see. Now let's get into this video. First off, Dwayne spent a lot of his childhood bouncing from home to home. He was born in California but lived in New Zealand with his mom's family as well for a bit. Once he returned to the States, he lived in multiple states from North Carolina to Tennessee, even Hawaii. Before The Rock came to know the crazy success he does today, he lived a not so lavish lifestyle. His family hit rock bottom at one point, and he explained, "We were living in an efficiency that cost $120 a week. We come home and there's a padlock on the door and an eviction notice. My mom starts bawling. She just started crying and breaking down. Where are we going to live? What are we going to do?" His story is interesting to say the least, but his success is a result of old-fashioned hard work and just not giving up. I know we're focusing on his real estate today, but it's good to get an idea of how far the star's really come since. That being said, now we can look at where The Rock's $220 million net worth has afforded him to live. Of course, in usual celebrity fashion, he used to own a home in Hidden Hills, California, but sold it back in 2012 for $4.9 mil. Dwayne's Hidden Hills mansion was 9,120 square feet of living space, with 7 beds and more than 6 baths. Once he divorced his ex-wife Dani Garcia, she was living here until it went on the market. This home was 2 stories, designed in a Mediterranean style, and had gorgeous views of the hills. The features inside the Hidden Hills mansion included a glass-walled living room, 4 walk-in closets, and probably the coolest room, which was a state-of-the-art home theater complete with a lobby, bar, and movie marquee entrance. Outside in the garden, there was a large infinity pool. Despite the great location of this mansion, it seems that The Rock moved on from LA after selling this place, as it's the last known house he owned in the area. So if Dwayne wasn't into the Hollywood lifestyle, where would he rather live? Well, it seems The Rock is fond of Florida and has a gorgeous mansion right in Miami. Most of Florida is really spread out, but Miami is the definite center of South Florida. Here, The Rock is right in the center of the action, as well as all of the sunshine and palm trees. The Rock's Miami mega mansion set him back $3.4 million, and it spans 13,000 square feet. There are 6 beds, 7 baths, and the grounds of the home cover nearly an acre of land. Inside, the decor looks fit for a king. There are grand rooms with high ceilings and plenty of dark wood and marble floors. course. The house has a classic and royal vibe throughout, with pillars, chandeliers, and other fancy add-ons all over. Some rooms in his Miami mansion include a large office or study, a dining room, a full bar, and personal movie theater. If that wasn't enough, The Rock spent an extra $300K for a custom-designed home gym, which he named Iron Paradise. But we know the man loves to keep his famous physique, so he deserved it. Outside, the home is fully gated and secure with a grassy yard surrounding it, palm trees, and of course a gorgeous swimming pool out back. Reports posted after The Rock was living at this Miami mansion also mentioned the star buying some more Florida real estates. In the past, he got rid of a handful, of which included a condo and another mansion. In 2014, sources say Dwayne had signed a contract to buy an even bigger $4.5 million mansion just west of Fort Lauderdale. If they were correct, this home was a huge 13,700 square feet with 5 bedrooms and a 6-car garage for all his toys. Not to mention it had more land than the last place, spanning 2.5 acres. Either way, it's clear that The Rock is drawn to Florida and seems to always own at least one residence here, if not more. However, in 2018, The Rock had a change of scenery while filming Hobbs & Shaw in the UK. Of course, the man needed a nice place to live since they were filming for a year, and he rented out this mansion in Richmond, southwest London. Back in 2012, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie stayed here too. This royal house had a total of 5 living rooms as well as 9 bedrooms. There were also fully separate staff quarters, so just by the sound of all that, you know the place was huge. Other features of Dwayne's London house included a full home movie theater, 2 swimming pools, one inside and one outside, and a tennis court. There was already a fitness center or gym inside this palace, but just for The Rock, it didn't cut it. I told you about Iron Paradise, his state-of-the-art gym. Well, The Rock actually hauls this gym around with him wherever he's living, and his year in London was no different. Iron Paradise contains 40,000 pounds of equipment and a full kitchen, but Dwayne managed to find a home for it. He made a pop-up Iron Paradise on the 3 acres of land that came with this palace. No problem. Finally, let's look at The Rock's most recent purchase, his French country manor in Powder Springs, Georgia. Dwayne has grown up in many states like we know, and he also has ties to Atlanta. Powder Springs is a historic city in Cobb County, Georgia. It looks like a cute family-friendly town to me. He bought this home as a private getaway for him and his fam and spent almost $9.5 mil on the estate. The mansion sits on 46 acres of land, which has a riding arena and viewing deck. Perfect for Dwayne since he loves horseback riding. His Georgia mega mansion is 14,791 square feet with 8 beautiful bedrooms. Although it's super spacious inside with plenty of high ceilings, the home's interior offers a lot of wood accents for a country-like and homey feel. You can notice that vibe in his giant kitchen as well as one of the living rooms with the wooden ceiling. Other features inside The Rock's new mansion include a multiple living spaces, a wine cellar, a classy library complete with a fireplace, and one of the many bathrooms even has a fireplace too. The master suite has its own seating area with French doors beside that lead to an outdoor patio. Of course, the ensuite bathroom is spacious and beautiful with his and hers sinks and a massive tub positioned at the window. The other rooms are also impressive. One bedroom is even big enough to be a hotel suite with more than one room in it, and another one of the bathrooms has a giant tub and walk-in shower made for 2. The Rock's Georgia property, which he allegedly paid for in cash, sits at the end of a winding driveway offering plenty of privacy. There's gorgeous landscaping and gardens all around, and a large stone archway acts as the entrance to the mansion. Other impressive features on the grounds of his home include a giant cabana with beam ceilings and an indoor-outdoor vibe. There aren't any windows and it's open air, but there are couches, a fireplace, and even a TV. There's also a beautiful pool and additional pool house, as well as a separate farmhouse with accommodations for caretakers and a 12-stall barn for horses. This Georgia getaway mansion sounds like it's perfect for The Rock and his family. Not to mention a bunch of horses, which I'm sure he's happy about. What do you guys like best about this place? I love the vintage and cozy vibe they managed to keep even though the house is so big. Even though we looked at a handful of The Rock's homes, that still doesn't cover all of it. He's said to own more properties in Florida and elsewhere, some he rents out and others he keeps to enjoy himself. We know Dwayne has a farm in Virginia too, so clearly he loves spending time with his family in the country, and the horses. Of course, he has an Iron Paradise on that property too. The Rock has a net worth of over $200 million, so I'm not surprised he can pay for some of these mansions in cash. But his success is definitely a result of sheer talent and hard work, and personally, I think he deserves all of it. Looking at Dwayne's Miami mega mansion, some of his previous homes, and the Georgia countryside estate he purchased last year, which was your fave? I like his Georgia property the best, hands down. Okay guys, now it's that time again where I read out your comments from previous vids. On our recent Britney Spears house tour, Yehezkiel said, and excuse my pronunciation with the name, I'm probably wrong. I love everything about the presentation, so detailed, and you guys got receipts. Also, I love how y'all are very respectful. Some people forget that that part is actually important. Keep up the great work. Thanks so much. Comments like these always make me happy because I try to always be aware of that and be kind, whether they're celebs or not. Alwyn Ricketts commented on the same vid saying, "Dope cribs, man, she got good taste." I totally agree. I've seen a lot of celeb homes making these videos so far, and Britney's are some of my favorites. They keep getting better. And finally, on our Nathan Schwamp before and after, Shattered Soul said, "Well done. Love your voice, so not annoying like some YouTubers. New subby." Welcome, new subscriber, and I appreciate that. Alright guys, that's all for Dwayne The Rock Johnson's properties that I could find. What were your thoughts on his mansions? I like the fact that he owns a couple of gorgeous farms and he has a place to get away from the crazy Hollywood lifestyle. I'm sure it benefits his family too. Not to mention his homes are impressive. I mean, who wouldn't love living on the Georgia estates? Let me know in the comments as well as what other celebrity houses you'd like to see. Follow me on Instagram if you want to chat more, and I'll see you in the next vid. Bye!
Hi guys, my name is Dennis and I'm a real estate agent in Dubai. Right now I'm on the Palm Jumeirah. It's one of the most famous and exclusive locations in the entire world. Today I want to show you something very special. Please welcome to the 22 Carat. Okay guys, so we are right now inside the villa and I'm very excited to show you what it has to offer. But before that, I want to introduce you the entire project, and I'm standing now next to the stand of the 22 Carat. So 22 Carat is the project with 22 ultra luxury villas that is spread over 500,000 square feet plot. And we have a very good location over here because we are almost in the end of the crescent. And on each side of the project there are 5-star hotels. And as we are in the end of the crescent, there will be always a very clean water on the beach, and you will have lots of privacy here because you will not have that much traffic in this part of the Palm. In 22 Carat we have 6 beachfront villas and they are the biggest one. From there you will have a very good view towards the Palm Jumeirah. And on this side we have 8 villas that will be facing towards the skyline of Dubai Marina, Dubai Harbor and the Blue Water Island. And the villas that are in the middle, they have a special bonus. They have a fantastic terrace, and from that terrace you will be able to see a 360 degrees view from both sides. And as well, beside the villas, we have here a clubhouse where you can get a very nice 8-bedroom penthouse. The developer is paying a lot of attention to the details, and they imported a very high quality materials. And some of their suppliers have been on the market for more than 100 years. And now let me show you the villa. As we are in the living room, let me start with it. Over here we have an 8 meters ceiling and a very huge windows that will bring a lot of natural light to your living room, and obviously you have an amazing view towards the marina skyline. Next to the living there is a dining area. And kitchen. The kitchen here is really amazing. I'm standing next to the equipment from Le Cornu. It's like a Rolls-Royce in the kitchen world. And yeah, only this part of the equipment costs more than 100,000 euros. Beside this, we have an Italian marble on the counter, and by the way, the developer here can modify the kitchen as you prefer. So if you want to change the color or you want to change some materials, they can help you with this as well. We have a built-in coffee machine over here and the wine cellar. There are 7 bedrooms in this villa. 3 of them are on the first floor and 4 of them are on the second floor, including the master bedroom. All of them are coming with the ensuite, and some of them has a huge built-in wardrobes. Let me show you the bedrooms. Guys, take a look at this bedroom. Once you enter, you have a very big bathroom. Walk-in wardrobes. And you have lots of space and light, and by the way, it's not even a master bedroom. And from the terrace, you will be able to enjoy a stunning view of the skyline of Dubai Marina. Guys, and this is the master bedroom, the biggest bedroom in the villa. So we are right now in the bathroom of the master bedroom, and as you can see, it's very, very huge. It has a very big and beautiful bathtub and hammam. And now let me tell you a few things about the garden. There is a problem on the Palm Jumeirah, as the land is very expensive here. Villas on the Palm Jumeirah usually comes with the small garden, but it's not the case with the 22 carat. And each villa in 22 carat comes with the swimming pool. And guys, take a look at this huge, massive plot. Here you can do whatever you want. And basically, guys, that's it for today. It was a tour of the project 22 carat, which has 22 very exclusive, ultra luxury villas. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments, or you can text me by the WhatsApp. And some additional information you can find in the description below. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
हेलो गाइस, स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे चैनल पे। मैं हूं अनवन फैक्ट्स। तो आज हम बात करने वाले हैं दुनिया के सबसे महंगे घर के बारे में। इस वीडियो में आप देखेंगे अंटिलिया हाउस, केंसिंगटन पैलेस के बारे में। और हाँ, वीडियो को प्लीज एंड तक देखना, क्योंकि तभी पता चलेगा दुनिया का सबसे महंगा घर कौन सा है। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द वीडियो। नंबर 10, ज़ेनाडू 2.0। ये घर यूएसए के वॉशिंगटन शहर में है और ये घर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट कंपनी के को फाउंडर बिल गेट्स सर का है। इस घर की कीमत पूरे $63 मिलियन का है। और ये भी कहा जाता है इस घर को बनाने के लिए पूरे 7 साल लगे थे। इस घर में एक 60 फुट का पूल, 2100 स्क्वायर फीट का लाइब्रेरी है। आज इस घर की कीमत लगभग $125 मिलियन है। नंबर 9, 1819 केंसिंगटन पैलेस गार्डन। ये यूके के लंदन सिटी पे स्थित है और इसके ओनर का नाम है लक्ष्मी मित्तल, जो एसिलॉर मित्तल कंपनी के मालिक है। इस घर में 12 बेडरूम, 20 पार्किंग स्पेस और इंडोर पूल है और एक गार्डन है। ये घर की कीमत अप्रोक्सीमेटली $128 मिलियन है। क्या आप भी इस घर में रहना चाहते हैं? तो कमेंट में बताइए। नंबर 8, 7 द पिनेकल। ये घर यूएसए के मोंटाना शहर पे स्थित है। ये येलोस्टोन क्लब के प्राइवेट स्की एंड गोल्फ क्लब की सबसे बड़ी प्रॉपर्टी है। ये न कि सिर्फ एक लॉज जैसे डिजाइन में बनाई गई है, पर ये घर एक ऐसी जगह पर है यहाँ तो बहुत ग्रीनरी है या तो बहुत स्नो। ये घर की प्राइस $155 मिलियन है और इस घर में मल्टी फ्लोर से एक जिम और एक प्राइवेट स्की लिफ्ट भी है। तो आगे बढ़ने से पहले वीडियो को एक लाइक मार दो और सब्सक्राइब भी कर लो। नंबर 7, पलाज़ो दी एमोर। ये भी यूएसए के कैलिफोर्निया सिटी पे स्थित है। ये बेवरली हिल्स में बनाई गई है। इसके ओनर का नाम है जेफ ग्रीनी है, जो कि एक बहुत बड़े स्टेट एंटरप्रेन्योर है। ये दिखने में भले ही हॉलिडे रिसोर्ट लगता है, पर इसमें 12 बेडरूम्स, 23 बाथरूम्स, एक टेनिस कोर्ट है और तो और एक स्विमिंग पूल विथ वाटरफॉल्स एंड 27 गैरेजेस एंड प्राइवेट मूवी थिएटर भी है। इस घर का प्राइस लगभग $195 मिलियन है। नंबर 6, एलिसन एस्टेट। ये घर भी यूएसए के कैलिफोर्निया शहर में है और इसका प्राइस लगभग $200 मिलियन है और इसके ओनर का नाम है हैरी एलिसन, जो ओरेकल कॉर्पोरेशन के को फाउंडर है। इस घर में एक मैनमेड लेक है और एक टी हाउस भी है। ये घर वुडन पिलर से बनाई गई है विथ ए व्यू ऑफ ब्यूटीफुल लेक। नंबर 5, फोर्ट फेयरफील्ड पॉन्ड। यह यूएसए के न्यूयॉर्क सिटी पे स्थित है। ये प्रॉपर्टी पूरे 63 एकड़ बड़ी है, जो आयरे रैनर द ओनर ऑफ रैंको ग्रुप का है। ये घर लगभग $248 मिलियन का है, जिसमें 29 बेडरूम्स, 3 लाइट अप स्विमिंग पूल्स, एक 91 फुट डाइनिंग रूम और एक प्राइवेट पावर प्लांट भी है। ये घर स्पोर्ट्स प्रेमियों का चहीता घर है, क्योंकि यहाँ बास्केटबॉल कोर्ट, बॉलिंग एली एंड स्क्वैश कोर्ट और तो और टेनिस कोर्ट भी है ना एक स्पोर्ट्स प्रेमियों के पसंदीदा घर। नंबर 4, विला लिस सिडरीज। ये घर फ्रांस के फ्रेंच रिवेरिया सिटी पे स्थित है। ये पहले बेल्जियम के राजा का था और इसे 1830 में बनाया गया था। ये पूरा 18,000 स्क्वायर फीट बड़ा है और यहाँ आपको पहले के मास्टरपीस, आर्ट्स और एशियन बेड्स देखने को मिल जाएंगे। यहाँ 14 बेडरूम्स, एक ओलंपिक साइज का स्विमिंग पूल और एक बहुत बड़ा 3000 बुक रखने की कैपेसिटी वाला लाइब्रेरी भी है। इसकी कीमत $302 मिलियन है। नंबर 3, विला लिपोडा। ये घर फ्रांस के फ्रेंच रिवेरिया शहर पे स्थित है और इस घर की कीमत लगभग $567 मिलियन का है और इस घर की ओनर का नाम है लिली सफ्र, जो कि ब्राजीलियन फिलैंथ्रोपिस्ट है। और बाकी दूसरे घरों के मुकाबले ये घर उतनी फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड नहीं करती है, पर क्योंकि ये एक पीसफुल कंट्री साइड एरिया में स्थित है, तो शायद ये अपनी कीमत की वर्थ है। नंबर 2, अंटिलिया। शायद आप लोगों को जान के खुशी होगी कि दुनिया का दूसरा सबसे महंगा घर इंडिया के मुंबई सिटी में बनाई गई है। और हाँ, जो आप अभी सोच रहे हो वही सही है। ये मुकेश अंबानी का ही घर है, जो कि रिलायंस डिजिटल कंपनी के मालिक है। इस घर की खासियत है कि ये घर एक डेडली अर्थक्वेक को भी सरवाइव कर सकता है और ये घर 27 फ्लोर का है। इस घर में 3 रूफटॉप हेलीकॉप्टर पैड है, 9 हाई स्पीड एलिवेटर मतलब लिफ्ट है, 6 पार्किंग एरिया, एक प्राइवेट थिएटर रूम और स्विमिंग पूल और भी फैसिलिटीज इस घर में है। नंबर 1, बकिंघम पैलेस। ये रेसिडेंस लंदन यूके में स्थित है। इस घर की कीमत 177 बिलियन पाउंड्स है। ये एक क्राउन प्रॉपर्टी है जिसमें 775 रूम इंक्लूडिंग 118 स्टाफ रूम और 52 रॉयल गेस्ट बेडरूम्स है। ये दुनिया का सबसे महंगा घर है, जो पहले राजा महाराजा के टाइम से अभी तक है। क्या आपको भी इस घर में एक बार रहने का मौका चाहिए तो एक लाइक तो बन। आपने अभी तक हमारे वियर्ड हाउस वाला वीडियो देखा नहीं है तो डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिंक है, जाके देखो। और अब आप हमें इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक पेज पे भी फॉलो कर सकते हो। रियल लिंक्स आर इन डिस्क्रिप्शन। और कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो वीडियो से रिलेटेड तो इंस्टाग्राम पे डीएम कर सकते हो। और आपको वीडियो कैसा लगा कमेंट करके बताओ। डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक इट, सब्सक्राइब इट एंड शेयर विद फ्रेंड्स। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो।
The most expensive home on the planet. In the inner city of Mumbai, India, not far from the poverty-stricken slums, on the renowned Altamont Road, stands Antilia, the most expensive home ever created. This home ascends 27 stories, stretching 568 feet high, granting the massive structure with prime views of the Arabian Sea. In technical terms, the home is the second most expensive residential property in the world, considering Buckingham Palace is worth around $5 billion. However, Buckingham Palace is considered a crown property, whereas Antilia is a private residence. And the most expensive private residential property at that, with some pricing estimates as high as $2 billion. Even still, any list in which a residence is preceded by Buckingham Palace pretty much guarantees that place is going to be over the top luxurious and is likely a house I'd love to move into. In this video, I'll take you on a virtual, informative tour of this ostentatious estate, while engaging all of 2 of your senses. In this massive home, there are several ceilings that are double or triple heighted, so the 27-floored skyscraper looks more like a 50 or 60-floored building. Can you imagine only being as tall as an ordinary 27-floor building? Laughable. On some of the lower floors, there is a multi-level car lot that can hold 168 vehicles, including Mukesh's precious RS5 Crore Maybach, a car for very important people. Somewhere in that car lot is also a car service station. But if cars aren't your style, don't worry. The home also has 3 helipads placed on the roof. Few things say billionaire like more than 1 helipad on the roof. Both the private car lot and helipads are violations of residential bylaws in Mumbai, but from what we can tell, no one has forced the billionaire's hand to make any changes. Above the car lot, you'll find an extravagant lobby composed of 9 elevators. Further up is a 2-story recreation center with a lap pool, a gym, a juice bar, a dance studio, and a yoga studio. Floors like these are how Jeff Bezos transformed his I sell books body to his I sell what I want physique. As you continue to ascend, you will eventually run into a spa and a ballroom. The ballroom is adorned with multiple crystal chandeliers that cover 80% of the ceiling, leaving a shameful 20% exposed and unadorned. To capitalize on the entertainment focus areas of the home, there's a movie theater that sits 50 viewers. There are multiple balconies and terraces with luscious gardens hanging over the sleek facade along the home. The vegetation attached to the sides of the building are meant to absorb sunlight in order to keep the interior as cool as possible. Hopefully that touch can put a dent in what must be a monstrous electricity bill. As if all this luxury wasn't enough of an escape from the hot, busy streets of Mumbai, the home comes fitted with an ice room equipped with a snow generator. Meant to mimic a winter wonderland, a creative addition rivaled only by the likes of Willy Wonka. The immaculate structure was designed by architects Perkins & Will out of Chicago